Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week at everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news. Commodity prices are trending down across the board now, but not money commodity prices. But first in the US, although mortgage applications only fell 1% last week from the prior week and were down 22% from a year earlier, the big news was the 20 basis points jump in their benchmark 30-year mortgage interest rate from a week ago, now up to 7.9% plus points, the highest since the year 2000. Rates have now risen in 7 consecutive weeks at a cumulative amount of 69 basis points. While this may be keeping the existing housing market quiet, oddly it doesn't seem to be hurting their new home sales. They rose sharply in September to an annualised rate of 759,000 and their highest since February 2022. In this corner of their housing market, FOMO seems to be active. This housing data was noticed by financial markets, triggering a turnaround and a new jump in bond yields. In Canada, their central bank held its policy rate at 5% in the overnight decision. Their quantitative tightening program continues, that is, selling bonds that they earlier bought to support markets. In China, outflows of investment capital are growing, marking their biggest net decline in September in nearly 8 years. Driving it are a combination of foreign companies scaling back their operations in China and wealthy Chinese shifting funds abroad. The net outflow reached almost $54 billion in September alone, the most since January 2016. In Australia, inflation is rising again. Their monthly inflation indicator came in at 4.9% in July, 5.2% in August, and that rose again to 5.6% in September. Fuel, electricity, housing and insurance are all keeping the pressure on. The Aussie dollar rose on the news and the expectation that there is a higher chance the RBA will raise rates there on November the 7th. Generally, however, commodity prices are falling, mostly because demand out of China is weak and not expected to revive anytime soon. This includes weaker prices for copper and coal, nickel and zinc. The tin and lead prices are holding, but lithium carbonate prices are now back down to pre-surge levels. US Treasury 10-year yield has risen 11 basis points from this time yesterday, now at 4.95%. And the price of gold will start today at $1,977 an ounce. That's up $3 from yesterday. And oil prices have ticked back up 50 US cents, being now just on $84 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is now just over $88 a barrel. The Kiwi dollar starts today at 58.2 US cents, down 10 basis points from this time yesterday. Against the Aussie, we're up to 92 Australian cents. Against the euro, we've slipped slightly to 55 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today unchanged at 68.3. Get more news about the New Zealand economy from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do